What is going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here with another old man Logan trials. He is back this week for us. For those of you that haven't got him unlocked, and whoops, let's get out of here real quick here. As you guys go in here, you want to make sure you can get a new run, and essentially, what you want to do here is, if you guys have been following along on my baby account, to get the old man Logan unlock, you can get him at 4 star here. You want to make sure you can get enough points, and the 1 million points is actually quite attainable with the teams that we have been farming up since the start of our baby account. So some people may have built up vigilantes, some people might have built up brimstone. For ourselves, we have focused primarily on the brimstone and the Fantastic Four, obvious reasons. Arena meta, with Arena, we wanted to use these guys on the Arena so we can get power cores. And of course, as well, we also had some of these Insidious 6 members, Brimstone, Insidious 6 for raids. So any number of these teams will work so long as you meet the star requirements. And actually, I do have a lower level unlock on this. I'm going to attach that in the description for you guys as well here. I don't recall what level I tried this at. I think I was around 90-ish. So now I'm a level 100, so I'm a little bit bigger. Got a little bit more stars on some of my characters now, and now what we can do is and previously, I think what I did was I did difficulty 13 or 14 with the 6-star characters. But yeah, that is kind of the biggest roadblock to this mode here, because you want to get Old Man Logan unlocked, but also at the same time, there's also trait requirements. And I know some people are trying to get the out of time members, and that's Captain America, Peggy Carter, and that's a big waste of resources, especially for very outdated teams. And then once you get through that, then you can use your Cosmic Bile, which would be fine. We could use our Fantastic Four, but unfortunately, in order to get to Note 3, you also have to get the 7-star out of time, and a lot of people aren't going to have those built up. So this is why we want to focus primarily on this first node where there's no trait restrictions. We can use literally anybody. We can use vigilantes, we can use we can use anybody, right? So anyways, we're going to jump in here on max difficulty again. We're going to try to amp up the war abilities. So we got our Daemon. He's going to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting for us. We can really pump up some of these other mods here. Fill speed bar. You know what? It really doesn't matter, because the only ones we don't want is this max health. The max health will make it a little bit more difficult for us. But yeah, essentially, get as much on there as you can. And again, the requirement here is a 7 yellow character. And I do believe even though our characters are not 7 yellow, you still can access it. So it doesn't necessarily mean you need to have them. But as you guys can kind of see, the out of time guys are already level 70. And yeah, they're not going to cut the mustard on Node 2 here. They're just going to get their butts kicked. So we're going to do the same thing we did last time. We're going to use the F3 Fantastic Four plus Brimstone. This is also a very key team if you're looking to unlock Thunderstrike and some of the other Apocalypse. The other Annihilus, sagas here. So those are key members, part of the Conquerors, part of the the first chapter, the Harbingers. So either way, it's a good idea to get them leveled up here. Let's open up this orb here, and let's jump in to the gameplay here. And yeah, it's going to be one node. And again, I don't know if you need to have all these 5 characters. In my earlier video, I think we did it with just 3 characters. Check it out. Again, I'm going to have it in the description for you guys, so you guys have it. But yeah, if you have Daemon, literally, you could probably work this with Insidious 6. You could probably throw Vigilantes in here as well here. But the important key component that makes this entire team work is Daemon himself. And you don't need to have him at 7. But you do need to have them built up. You do need to have them fairly big. And of course, we have Fantastic Four here because they are one of the fastest teams currently right now that you can get here. The 3-piece Fantastic Four is very, very difficult to bypass unless you've got like Professor Xavier, or you've got you've got other characters that can stop their speed. But in this case here, they will take full advantage of the fact that they're fast, they're strong. We'll throw the special here. This should dominate. And if you guys are doing Arena already, if you're using them in Arena, it's going to make it a heck of a lot easier, right? You're already using them, you're already building them. Again, I think my levels here aren't super built up, but what is it? Franklin's level 100. and Damon's 100, and everybody else is under 100. So again, these guys, 100 I think is the measuring stick. And again, these guys' power levels are way bigger than my own. But we have the war abilities buffed, and we do have key characters, and we've got them farmed up from previously. So this will make short work of them. So again, we want to save Damon's big bomb when the last wave drops here, right? Again, we also have Doctor Strange doing some work for us. He's not exactly a small change either. He's quite good himself. And again, yeah, let's just basic here. We've still got a little bit of some guys to drop here. We do not want to be alting just yet. Let's throw the alt here just so we can get rid of Ironheart or whoever that is. I'm not sure who that is. MK version, whatever you want to call him. I always forget the names. Her, I guess. Excuse me, her. If Nick Fury does do his summons as well, that helps us out here. So this is the last wave. Once we get to this last wave, you're pretty much home free. And again, they do put some weaker minions here that allow this to be possible. I feel like we probably didn't even need the Fantastic Four, but hopefully you guys can see that. Hopefully you guys can see how easy that was for me to do this. And then again, we get the 1.7. That's going to give us quite a few milestones. And this is also nice because when Man Logan does come back, we can farm a little bit of these other materials, right? We can start getting, we've already got his diamonds unlocked from last time. But what I would like to do more nodes. But unfortunately, I'm not willing to do that just yet here, at least until we find a way for them to change this out of time here. Because even though this was a no restriction, this 7-star out of time restriction will make it so that it's impossible for us to do it. But this strategy bypasses it and gets you the old Man Logan unlock anyways. Get you some gold, get you some other stuff. And yeah, hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully it helps you guys out. Oh, 3.25 mil. So this is good for our account here. And unfortunately on my main account, this doesn't come back because we've already maxed old Man Logan out. But hopefully it does help you guys out for those of you that don't have them unlocked just yet. And again, if you can't do this specific one just yet, you can bring the difficulty down a bit lower because yeah, to get the unlock, I think it was just 1 mil. So you could probably dial back a bit on the points as well and just make sure you have the points ready there. Other than that, guys, hopefully this was helpful. This was quick and fast for me. And other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you guys in the next one.